ロットのゆでかごと言われる公衆分布構造に入り、緊急予備作戦部隊のパイロットの訓練を始めました。
Good morning, this is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and it's Saturday morning, and in Florida right now, it's almost 7 a.m., and I checked the solar conditions, which is just one factor when listening to shortwave, and it's a little better today than it's been in the past week. Still not that good. The solar flux index is in the 90s. You'd want it to be above 100, but it's been in the 80s, so 90s is better. So this morning we're just going to kind of tune the bands and see what we can pick up. And I've got another suggestion that somebody gave me that is a good suggestion. So we're on the antenna switch, and we're on the MFJ vertical antenna. It's 31 feet high. It's basically a fiberglass telescopic pole, 31 feet long, with a long wire antenna coming down, in my case, the outside of the pole down to a transformer and then into the house, and it's grounded at the antenna transformer outside. So that's the situation. We're using my Sangean ATS 909X. I love this radio. It works great if you use an external antenna. It doesn't work too good using the built-in telescopic antenna. So that's where we are, and we're just going to let this thing has the feature that it will search, in this case the HF band. So we stopped at 7.325. That's where it found a strong station, and that turns out it's China radio from China, which I usually get early in the morning very good. Right now, I'm lucky if I get anything. So anyway, let's just turn that up for a second. It's almost full scale, but it's in and out, in and out. Okay, so we're going to let the radio tune. So I'm going to push and hold tuning up. And it's now scanning for a strong signal. Could be noise.
Legal apropiada tanto antes como después del nacimiento. Esto fue constituido en un tratado, la Declaración de los Derechos del Niño, el cual señala
that is really strong, full scale, solid, so it's close by. Let me see if it's even listed. A lot of these Spanish stations are not even listed. 75, 15.
La violencia del aborto, la cual niega los derechos a los niños, a la vida y asesina al niño, es de hecho.
And there is a station listed. Let's see.
Soy el padre Víctor Salamonte, sacerdotes por la vida.
WEWN or WEWTN, which is probably out of Tennessee area. Let me look on the map here. But it's in the United States, that's why it's so strong. Yep, oh, it's out of almost, it's close to Birmingham, Alabama. Very close to me. Okay, let's scan some more. Very weak station at 7.730. We look that up, see what it is, if it's anything important. Important, I mean it's anything interesting. 7730. That's probably, well, could be a Chinese station from China. Let's turn up the volume. The website I'm using is Shortwave. short-wave.info, which has a listing of what's on shortwave radio. And just out of curiosity, I'm going to switch antennas and see if it makes any difference. So let's turn the volume up. Nope, doesn't make much difference. I can also hear there's two stations listed on that website, and one is the one I mentioned, which is coming out of China. It's not China Radio. And the other one is the Overcomer Ministry, which is out of Okeechobee, which is in Florida. So I'm surprised that's not stronger. But it seems like I'm hearing that in the background. Now let's go on. We'll let it go for a few more seconds, and then I'll show you what I mentioned at the beginning. Oh gosh, I'm close to the microphone, so I could be overdriving the microphone. We'll let it go up to 10 megahertz. That's the one thing about listening to shortwave. You never know what you're going to hear, and you never know when you're going to hear it. That's what makes it, to me, that's what makes it interesting. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's China Radio at 9540. Yeah, that's China Radio. It says at this moment, the language is Cantonese, and that's coming out of China. So this particular transmitter is coming out of China. That's what it says on the website. And that's the other nice thing is a lot of these international broadcast stations will broadcast in various languages. Like China Radio has a lot of broadcast in English, for instance. So that's coming in pretty good. It's about half to 3/4 scale. That's on the MFJ vertical. Let's just switch antennas for the heck of it. That's an in-fed antenna by DRC. That's an in-fed antenna by W4KGH. About the same. Maybe a little stronger on the vertical, which is at the peak, it's 31 feet in the air. Now I'm on the west coast of Florida, and I'm only at 65 feet above sea level. So pretty low, but one of the higher points in the county. Okay, now let me switch gears a little bit here. Someone suggested that when I'm looking for a reference to see if the bands are good or not, I normally use WWV because they're always broadcasting, and they're on 5, 10, 15 megahertz and some other frequencies sometimes. But this person suggested that I use, and I made a printout of what's on this website. This is the VOL-MET broadcast, which are HF aeronautical stations, and they normally are broadcasting a lot, not 24 hours necessarily. Some of them are 24 hours, but they're all over the world, and they broadcast in French, English, and Russian with weather information for ships at sea, for instance, or for aircraft. And this gentleman, William Hepburn, has compiled this list. And I think there's like 5 or 6 pages of these frequencies. Now, whether they're still active or not, I'll have to find out. He does mark some of them as out of service, but there may be others that are out of service. This can be found if you do a search on VOLMET. This is like the second link down in the address. I mean, the website address is dxinfocentre.com/VOLMET.htm. So that's the website. I'll try to remember to put it in the description where you can find this listing. And like I say, it's about 5 pages. So this gentleman suggested that I also use this as a reference to find out what band conditions are like. It says the mode is USB, upper sideband. So let's see if we can find one of these. I'm just going to pick one of these at random. Say let's try some at, and they're all over the world. Let's try some at 8 megahertz. And so let's see what we got. We got one from Tokyo, Japan at 8.828. So let's do that. 8.8. Okay, try it again, dummy. Okay, frequency. 8828 is what I'm trying. 8828 enter. And we're on the vertical antenna right now. And nothing heard. So let's try 8849. Nothing there. Okay, moving right along. 8.938. Nothing heard there. Let's see. This time of day, I normally receive 7 megahertz and lower are the best. So let's go down. And let's see, we got some in the 5 megahertz band. So let's try 5.45. Whoop. That's not what I want. There we go. Nope. Not doing too good. Nope. Let's see what else we got there. No. I can't believe I'm not getting any. Well, I'm not in single sideband for one reason. And we want upper. Okay. See if that makes any difference. I still should have heard something even though I was in AM mode. I gotta change my step. Well, on this radio, when you go to single sideband mode and you're in the lower step rate, it's really fine. I think it's 0.001 megahertz tuning rate. So that's a little too fine. So I had to move the step rate back up to high, and now I'm tuning at 0.01 megahertz or 10 kilohertz. Not finding anything. Let's go up to 6. Of course, there's the Spanish station that's not listed, but I think it's local. And it's full scale, booming in this time of the day. Can't get away from it. Okay, let's go back to 5. Oh, I went back to AM mode. Okay. Supposed to be something at 6017. Sounds like there's something there. No, I think that's another Cuban station. Yeah, I'm going to get a lot of Cuban stations down here. Okay, I'm not doing too good. And the gentleman that, let me turn the volume down. The gentleman that sent me the comment about using these, he sent me some frequencies and I wrote them down, but I didn't bring that list downstairs. So I should have done that. Because like I say, this listing could be out of date. Although it has it is. The date on it is 1/31/2015. So a lot of these stations may no longer be broadcasting. So I need to go look at his email and see what he sent me. So anyway, let's let it auto tune again. We'll go back to AM mode and we'll let it auto tune for a few more minutes. See what it finds. Yeah, see, I'm down in that 67 megahertz and I'm getting all these Spanish stations, which most of them are close to me, being in Florida.
And I studied many hours last night.
There was one of the preacher men. Full scale. I think that's out of Tennessee. There's that Spanish station at 6.0. Another Spanish station. I may have to jump up over. Yeah. That's one thing that I get strong and clear, and lots of them, is the Spanish stations either coming out of Florida or Cuba or South America, all of which is close to me. So let's skip up to 7 megahertz to try to get rid of some of that stuff. And then we'll turn the volume up and we'll auto tune. Okay, we're in the 41 meter band. That's a Cantonese station I had before. Okay, now we're above the 41 meter band. Another Spanish station, full scale, so it's probably local. A lot of noise. Let me, to end this up, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see the display here. We'll let it go for another minute. That's one thing that you have to be patient if you're going to listen to shortwave, because 1 second you may have a ton of stations, a couple of seconds later or minutes later the band could go deaf. That's also why it's important to have a log. That's China Radio again. A log of the station. That's probably out of Kentucky, Tennessee, thereabouts. There's a strong carrier, but there's no audio. 9.610. Not sure what that is. Full scale. Maybe from... We're going to go up to 10 megahertz, then we'll call it quits for this morning. I'm not sure what that is. 9.955. I'm looking on this listing to see if it's one of these. No, this does not list any of these frequencies, these stations on 9 megahertz. There is one it's in New York at 10.051. We'll try that and then we'll give up. And that sounds like a single sideband station. Yeah. There we go. So there you are. There's one of these VOLMET. I don't know how you pronounce that. And it's, according to the listing, it's at 10.051, and there's 2 stations, one coming out of New York in the United States and one coming out of Gander in Canada. So it could be either one of those. So we did find one. So we're going to mark that we found that, so we can use that as a reference the next time we're trying to see if the band conditions are good. Okay, that's the show for the day. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any suggestion for shows, please let me know. There's 2 ways, well, at least 2 ways you can let me know. You can leave a comment on this show, or any show for that matter, or you can send me an email to TRRS73@gmail.com. I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate also you're using my Amazon store. I know it's a little extra effort to go to my Amazon store and then select something and then go to Amazon. But there's no additional cost. Once you've gone to the Amazon store via my Amazon store, then you're dealing directly with Amazon, and so it's just like you went there directly. And I appreciate everybody that's taking the time to do that. Take that credit. They don't send me money. They just give me a credit. And I take that credit to buy things to review on my shows. Thanks for watching. Oh my gosh, we're up to 25 minutes. Bye-bye.